How's it going, everyone? So today I just want to give you guys a full walkthrough of the Sump Refugium that I'm going to be using on my 150-gallon custom build. I just want to show you guys pretty much how the water is going to flow through the filtration, and then just also show you guys the finished plumbing and how everything came out. So thanks for watching this video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So jumping right into it, this is a display refugium made by Luna Reef Customs. It's a custom design, and I know I spoke about in my build plans and even on some of the other videos, what originally drew me to Luna Reef Customs was the actual just craftsmanship of his sumps. Before I even saw any tanks or anything else, I saw some of his sumps and some of his ATO reservoirs, and I really like the modern sleek design. So what we came up for dimensions is this 30 inches long by 24 inches front to back by 16 inches tall. I shared this idea of having a display refugium that I could have almost like an all-in-one, where it'd be like a normal layout of a sump filtration in the back. I wasn't sure how the actual design would function or even how I would get water from one chamber to the next, but I have to say that I'm extremely pleased with the end result. So shout out to Luna Reef Customs for doing an amazing job. So starting with how the water is going to enter into the sump, you can see we have these two 1-inch drain lines. They came already with the bulkheads installed, which I thought was a great touch. We are running the Herbie method, so one drain is going to be on full siphon, and then the other one is going to be on emergency overflow. From the drain lines, it's going to go right up into the filter sock section. And basically it's kind of like the standard sump, where you have that drain section that's built all the way up, so the water is forced to climb up and spill over into the filter socks. So I really like that touch. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna run filter socks. Most likely I will in the beginning, but because I am running a refugium, I'll probably pull those filter socks out. So underneath the filter socks, we have this open area where if I want to run some biomedia or something like that, maybe some biospheres, I could go ahead and run them in that chamber. So I definitely like the extra space that was left over there. From the filter socks, we're going to spill over into the actual skimmer section. This is just a wide open section. If I want to run any other reactors or anything like that, I have the space there. I think I'm only going to run the skimmer for now. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to it, just because I haven't ran any of that stuff before in any of my other sumps. I've always usually only just had a refugium, so since I am going to be running a skimmer, we'll probably just start with that, and I will have a manifold if I want to add reactors or anything like that later. We can find a location for them. So you can see that we have these 5 holes drilled at the top, and this is just pretty much a safety feature. If the filter socks were ever to get really dirty and get clogged and the water just starts to fill up, it has somewhere to escape out of the filter sock section and continue back into the skimmer section. So I'm really happy about that feature. So from there, it flows into the bubble trap, and my only regret here is that we didn't put a stand or something in this section where I can maybe run some poly filter from time to time, or anything like that. But that's easily fixed. I can just maybe make something DIY out of like a crate or something like that and put it in there, and I can lay some poly filters or poly pads there, just for an added polish to the water. And then it's on to the return chamber. Now you can see with the return lines, I have the first one is, I think it's a 1/2-inch drain, and this is going to be used to feed my actual manifold and also my frag system that I'm going to have built into the stand. And my main line is going to be a 3/4-inch line that I'm going to run to the main display and also tee off to feed the refugium section. Now originally I had the idea of somehow having water drain from the main display into the refugium section, but the way Rob actually suggested it, that we do this tee, I actually think it works out a lot better. I'm able to regulate the flow with a ball valve, and then get some real nice current going through the refugium, which we're definitely going to need that. So shout out to Rob. That was a great idea of him coming up with that. Definitely something that I didn't think about. Another great feature that I wasn't expecting are these holes that are inside the top of the actual refugium sump. You can see they're cut out, and these are basically for cord management. I'm going to be able to run the power cord from the return pump and also from the skimmer through these holes, and anything else that has a cord, I'll be able to organize them neatly. So this was definitely a great feature that I wasn't expecting, but I'm glad it was added. So from the refugium, it's going to flow through these weirs into the filter sock section. So this is the reason earlier why I said I most likely won't run filter socks, just because you want the beneficial, you know, organisms and anything that's in the refugium, you want it to make its way back up to the main display. So that's the reason why I said maybe I'll run them, maybe I won't. There are 2 spaces for filter socks, so maybe what I can do is run 1 filter sock, and then the second space I can leave open and run maybe a filter cup with some biomedia that microfauna could still get through. So we'll have to see how we play this one out. I'd love to hear you guys' idea or suggestions on what we should do, whether we should run filter socks or if you like the idea of running the cup with the biomedia. So here's the display refugium in place, and I must say that what we really got right was the length of the sump. I'm glad we went the full 30 inches. Definitely gives us a lot of room for aquascaping and just to get a lot in there. I do want to run a bunch of different types of macroalgae. I'm not sure what I'm going to go with yet, but I want to fill it up because I definitely still want the refugium to be effective. You know, even though it's going to be a display refugium, I still want it to be effective. So I'm glad we went with the large space just so I can have room to put a lot in there. You guys let me know what type of macroalgae you think will be good in the display refugium. I want to stay away from, you know, Chaeto and stuff like that, but you know, if you guys have any ideas, please drop them in the comments below. So here's a layout for our plumbing. Here's everything that we have. I'll show you guys again the clips of the drawing that I had when I designed the actual plumbing, so you can see where I wanted to finish up. But pretty much I went with a straightforward design, just a simple 2 drain lines and then the 1 return line going back up. I will be adding the frag system off the manifold, but just for this situation we're only going to be doing just the main plumbing to get the tank up and running. Alright guys, so unfortunately I wasn't able to capture the actual footage of me dry fitting and gluing and getting everything in place. I did have my camera running and I thought that I was recording, but I had it the opposite for whatever reason. When I was pressing record, I was actually pressing stop and vice versa. So everything that was recorded was the opposite of what I actually needed. Definitely a rookie move, and I'll have to watch out for that next time. So I went to Instagram and there was a few clips that I shared where I showed a few things that I did with my plumbing, so I figured I'd just plug those in just so you guys can see what I did. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you that I have the plumbing pretty much all dry fit. Everything is looking pretty good. This is step 1. This is going to be the initial phase of my plumbing. I did leave that other bulkhead open. I haven't plumbed that yet, but that's going to be what's going to be running our frag system. So for now I left it open because I haven't gotten the frag system set up yet. So this is just the initial phase of the plumbing. So you can see we have our 2 drain lines. We're running the Herbie method. So we have the gate valve, I believe it is, the gate valve on the front with the emergency drain in the back. And then we have here a ball valve that's going to be controlling the flow into our refugium. It's teed off of our main return line. So came out pretty good. I want to give you guys a quick tip. If I go around to the side, I want to show you what I did here. You guys can see on this side I've taped off all the elbows and all the places where the pipes come together. This is just basically going to show me the direction of where the pipe needs to turn, and also how far in I should push the pipe once I take it out to glue it. I'll know exactly how far in it needs to go so there's no mistakes, and the levels and the way my pipes are adjusted doesn't change. So just wanted to share that quick tip for you guys. Hopefully it works out for some of you guys. So that's pretty much it. It was a straightforward design, very easy to put together. The only thing that I think I missed is adding a check valve to the return line. I've noticed now that after I've test filled and got the tank filled with water, when I turn the power off, the water level in the sump is a little bit high for me. So I definitely think on another episode I'm going to go back in and install a check valve just for an added peace of mind. So thanks for watching this video. You guys feel free to drop any comments in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. Also, once again, shout out to Luna Reef Customs for building an amazing sump. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the next video.